Hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. It has been a little while. I had to take a short break from making these videos due to personal reasons, and also I felt like I finished my Faust Normalized series, and I had to deal with a lot of personal stuff. Let's just say that. We don't need to get into it. So, I've seen all of the positive messages. I got a lot of requests to continue the series, and also it has been brought to my attention that I've missed one grounded normal. And arguably, 5D is a pretty boring button to cover, but Faust's 5D is the most unique 5D in the game. So, with that said, Faust Normalized Series 5D. As always, we're going to cover the basic information, things you need to know, and then we're going to cover uses, how to use, what are the general tips that you should keep in mind, and lastly, we're going to cover combos. So, 5D. 5D is a somewhat universal overhead. As you can see, it has this orange glow. It comes out at 20 frames. Okay, you can hold it to charge it, and then it will come out at 28 frames. It has 3 frames of actives, 26 frames of recovery, and it is minus 15 on block and minus 10 on block respectively for the charged version. On hit, the normal dust, like the uncharged version, is, let me make sure the opponent is indeed not blocking, is 0 on block. Meaning, if we both were to press something of even startup, we would clash. Okay, this is good to keep in mind, especially against characters with faster buttons than you. So characters with 4 framers or 3 framers like Soul, you don't really want to mash on them that much, or maybe you want to RPS with them around what you know they're going to mash. So just keep these kind of things in mind. And the charged one will do this kind of small animation, which if you hold up, will send you into this thing, okay? Which is like a cool aerial combo type of thing. So, what do we use dust for? What is the point of this move? Well, it's an overhead that if you have meter, you can cancel into a combo. We're gonna go over the specific combos during the combo section, but that is the most normal use of 5D. Use it in some combos because it's a relatively high damage option. As you can see, 49 for the charged version. Faust does have 6H, which is usually preferable for him, but sometimes 5D is better for combos due to wall reasons or for routing options. So that's just generally it. 5D does not have any Gatlings and cannot be cancelled. Not into specials, not into supers. It simply is what it is, at least on Faust. So, while it doesn't have any cancels, it can be cancelled into. Okay, and it can be cancelled into from your K buttons, so 5K, 5D, like this, 2K, 5D, and close slash 5D. These are your free options to cancel into 5D. Basically, it lets you create either mix-ups, so 2K 5D or 2K 2D, 5K 2D or 5K 5D. Now, close slash 5D, close slash 2D, or close slash 2H. Now, granted, 5D is slower than 2D by 8 frames, but if you delay your 2D slightly, it creates a relatively vague high-low, which with meter can deal a bunch of damage, as we covered in other videos. So that's the main use of 5D. Basically, use it to open up your opponent with an overhead. You can also sometimes punish people with a charged dust. This can happen when you block burst, for example, sometimes. Let me set my opponent to burst and hit. Thank you. So, after things like this, he have to do this burst? Wait, I'll do the other burst. Yeah, like this. So you block like a burst, and you can punish with a charge dust. Now, I'm gonna cover the charge dust combo later, but just as a heads up, that's kind of like a use of charge dust sometimes, where you punish people. I personally don't really like doing that. I think Faust gets like a lot of good combos by doing combos into wall. I don't know, I'm just improvising a bit right now. Let me think. What would I do right here? You do something simple like this. Okay. Now this will do maybe slightly less damage, but would give you the positive bonus. If you have meter, of course, you can exceed the damage very easily. Like you do something like this. And the combos that we taught you already. Right, and as you can see, way higher damage. Very nice. If you have meter for super, you can get the hard knockdown. So it's up to you. If you do want to do it, there's no problem with it. I personally just don't do it. Anyway, that's charge dust. It's used sometimes as a punish. Use it to open up your opponent. Let's learn a bit about the gaps when you're using 5D. So if you're not doing 5D raw, which you might sometimes do, sometimes you'll use 5D raw like on wake up, or just like you'll run up at 5D someone who's mental stacked really hard, or maybe items are in play, and you can like use this. So generally speaking, this 5D, you cancel it from close slash or 5k or 2k. So from 2k, you have quite a big gap. As you can see, the opponent can close slash you. The 7 frame gap. I think it's 7. It might be higher. Actually, for 2k, it might be higher. Like the opponent could. The opponent could probably. Yeah, 6H, 6B works. Close slash works as well. So from 2k, you have quite a big gap. So you want to represent 2k 5D when the opponent is relatively not mashing that much. Okay, so if opponent mash a lot, remember 2k not the best 5D option. Now let's look at 5k. So from 5k, you can see close slash still works, right? But buttons like 6H or 6B, as far as I know, shouldn't work. Yeah. And lastly, from close slash, these buttons don't work at all. But faster buttons like 5, 4, free framers. 5 framers actually shouldn't work, as far as I remember. Let me change real quick. To Kai. So yeah, generally speaking, it is interruptible, but since the opponents should be afraid of you mashing, right? If they know what's good for them. Mash 5p for me, thank you. Yeah, this works, but 4 framers will beat it, okay? There's like a 4 frame gap. So also, if you're close enough, you can be grabbed. But usually there's pushback, so it's not a problem. Anyway, so that's kind of like how you use 5D, either raw or out of close slash 5k are the better options. 2k is slightly worse because it lets the opponent fuzzy mash fast buttons and still beat you. So keep that in mind, but that's how you use it. Now, Faust 5D is a bit more unique than all the 5Ds. And why is that, you ask? Because Faust 5D actually interacts with several parts of the game. Now, I'll show the first part is interacts with items. So, Faust 5... Jesus Christ, I'm never going to get used to the new character setting here. They changed it since like Asta was like out. So as always, bomb could always have been hit, as you can see. It's always hittable, but the batting actually gives you a very unique arc over here. So as you can see, it puts it kind of like behind the opponent in a way that's kind of hard to interact with. So if you ever want to like bounce the like bomb back, you like toss a bomb and you're like, oh shit, let me get this bomb behind my opponent. In a way that would be hard for them to get rid of. See this like lob against characters who deal with bombs really well. This could be useful sometimes. Again, it's not me saying do it, don't do it, just like giving you a few options, right? So like that's how it looks like on the ground and in the air, kind of like right behind the opponent. Very comfortable. It's kind of hard for them to get rid of it, and then they kind of have to run at you or hold a bomb explosion. So keep that in mind. Wait. As you can see, no interactions as always. But with 5D, you can actually move it. Now, this is something you're never doing in a real game. Please, never do this in a real game, okay? Because you're always punished for it. It looks really cool, so yeah. That's how it looks like. If you have meter, I guess you can like try and score something cool with this. I don't know. I never seen anybody do like a cool clip with this. I tried when like the game was just like launch time. I tried to do something with this and it never worked. I'm like trying right now to RC it. As you can see, the timing is super strict. It's very hard to get that hit. Jeez, I got a few earlier, and now it's like failing. Just a few more tries, and then I'll be done with it. Jeez, this is so hard to get. Okay, I got it there. Yeah, okay. One last? Yeah, okay, enough. As you can see, you can hit it, but it's hardly useful. So this would seem silly to you, some of you maybe. You can hit donut, right? This actually does coming into play sometimes. Basically, when you're throwing items here, like right at the wall, sometimes they're about to hit your opponent, or like fall on your opponent, and hitting them would send them away from them. Something that it just makes it so it bounces off the wall and gets to you or behind you. You may want that or not. I don't know if like that's something you want, but it's something that can happen. Okay, yeah. Basically, doesn't do anything interesting. Same thing with banana. Just at like banana, you can also bat it. Yeah, as you can see, it bounces around like this. Maybe you don't want the banana behind you. But just keep that in mind that it can happen. Yeah, you can sometimes move the banana peel, which, I don't know, it could be useful, I guess. Again, looks cool, looks funny. Here, I forced the kite to block it. Afro, similar. It falls a bit slower, so the timing is different. You can do a charged one, and, like, it still whiffs. So, it's like, yeah, Jesus Christ. Wait, let me go here. Okay, I have time for 2 5Ps, I think. Ooh. Me trying to auto-time this. Yeah, basically what we're learning here is that 5D interactive items, very technically speaking, yeah, even with meteors, I don't know if you guys could see it, but you can technically bat the meteors into them. You can even see the animation kind of change, like the arc. I don't know if you can see it in the video. you could hear the thing going on there. Now, surely this doesn't work, right? But yes, it does. So, yeah, you can technically bat Mini Faust. Please, nobody clip this and send it to me. I don't know when. I don't remember the first time I found this out. I think it was like over a year ago. And I never talked about it because it just seems really weird. Like a weird interaction that he put into the game. But it does exist. So, yeah, you can bat Mini Faust, okay? I'm not talking about it. There is no use. There's no practical use. Don't send me clips. I don't want to see it, okay? Trumpet, like everything. Sometimes batting it is actually like in the corner. Sometimes batting trumpet is good. Like, so you're going for like wait, let me actually like for like a normal example. So you'll do something like this, like, and use the 5D because you know like the trumpet is about to hit your opponent. Wait, actually, like, okay, I'm gonna use close slash. Actually, no, I'm gonna tell him not to match, so you can kind of see what it looks like when you do that. Slightly more delayed. More delay. As you can see, all these cases are like super niche and they might not even work, but here, we saved like ourselves from giving the opponent that trumpet over there. So I don't know, these things can happen. I don't know how, there's like a limit to how much you can plan for them to happen, but you can be aware of what's happening, I guess, is like all I'm saying. And I think we're missing, yeah, only the hammer, and the hammer I think is the most practical batting item. Basically, you can bat the hammers to make it kind of like into a projectile. If you hit it correctly, it will arc into your opponent. As you can see, like this. Sometimes it can catch people off guard. They'll see you like running forward like this and they'll try to hit you or something. So you can definitely use this. This is just to show the frame data on this. Let me tell him to forward slash after it. It's not the best frame data. Oh, sorry. Can we go mid-screen maybe? Just so it looks more normal. As you can see, it's very plus. But even so, like, it's a bit hard to get. I'm trying to get like a. Try to show like you can kind of like true string from it if you're close enough. Okay. That was like almost true stringing. Yeah, so you can technically true string from this. Doing like 2D there is not too bad for like people who are trying to jump after it or backdash. Yeah, true string. So anyway, that's kind of like hammer. Hammer I think is the only like very practical reflect or like item interaction, I guess. But you can interact with all the items. Okay, all of them are battable. They just have that affinity. Now, one more thing that Faust 5D does, the other 5Ds do not do, is it can reflect projectiles, which is so weird. It has nothing to do with this game, but he can do it, just like a baseball bat, okay? He just bats it back, okay? So, this works on many projectiles. Example, stunnage. Usually you wouldn't do this on normal stunnage, you would do it on the charged one. Like this is like a pretty useful one too. Like this one is one of the few ones that you actually do use sometimes. So that's how it looks like. You can reflect it. Technically, reflecting it isn't too good. Like let's say Kai does something like this, right? He can still punish you for doing it. So depending on your timing, it might still be bad to reflect it, and it's just better to either crawl it or to jump over it and just friend the J2K or like a back air dash into like glove or something. So again, not the best option. but it does exist. Other things you can reflect are things like Soul's Gunflame, for example. That's not a useful one, it's just true. You can reflect Leo's projectiles. The heavy one is kind of useful. Oh fuck, I didn't record. It's yeah, this Gunflame. So like yeah, as you can see, reflect the projectile. So like May's beach ball doesn't get reflected, just gets destroyed. In a somewhat crazy world, I think you can reflect the explosion from Axel, but you can't actually time it. Chip. No, there's nothing from Chip. Potemkin. I think you can... I can't remember now. I may be misremembering. I think that there's a world where you can reflect the reflection from Potemkin. But I don't think you're fast enough to do it in most cases there. You have to create like super weird situations. Faust exists, I guess. You can reflect the love in Afro Love. Milia, you can reflect Disc. Like this actually like this is one of the weirder ones. I wish this ever had use in like neutral, but they don't really do H-Disc in neutral. But it's pretty funny. Milia could do like this. And you would just be like, sorry. The timing is so iffy. Yeah, as you can see, she had to block it. So yeah, it's pretty crazy button. Right? It reflects all sorts of things. I wish it reflected ram swords, but I guess we just crawl these. Yeah, there's all sorts of things, like Ino's projectile can be reflected, which is crazy, okay? Nobody ever does this, but it can be done, technically. So yeah, it has all sorts of crazy uses. So Faust, 5D, pretty crazy 5D. The most unique one. Even if not the most powerful one. And now, let's just jump into the combo section. I don't even know how I made it this far rambling about 5D. That was supposed to be like a 10-minute video. I guess Faust is just that special. So with that said, let's go into the combo part. Let me tell her to stop blocking. Something that Milia players don't really need to be told. And 5D. So we'll talk about a few 5D situations. And let me tell her to actually crouch blocking without switching. So we can show like these kind of situations, like these kind of 5D situations. Okay, so 5D has all sorts of combos, but the general gist of it is that you combo with meter, or if you have some sort of items in play or Afro setup. Now, I'm not going to cover Afro setups with 5D here. That is something for the Afro videos. So I'm just going to cover combos that start with 5D naturally. Okay, so 5D into RC, basically. Now, we're going to RC 5D usually upwards. It makes it very easy to combo from into buttons like 6H. At the corner, we'll do like a backwards RC. So in mid-screen, 5D, up RC, the classic. Usually we do close slash JH here, but due to 5D's wall damage, we're actually going to do a different combo. So upwards, RC, 6H, Scarecrow K. As you can see, the close slash JH into 6H will do 197 on Milia. I didn't test this on Milia, so I don't remember the exact values, but it should be higher if I do... Oh, sorry. Of course, I fumble all my combos the moment we go to record. So this should be higher by like 202 or something, 201. Okay. Yeah, so that's the combo we're doing. It's an upper C, 6-8, Scarecrow K, close slash JS, JH, make sure to delay it a bit to make it comfortable, into a close slash 6H, Scarecrow S. Now on heavies, this combo, preferably you would actually do JD and not 6H. Just so you don't drop anything. As you can see, the damage difference is super small. Even on Milia, it's just 1 damage. Sometimes there is no damage difference at all. The JD is just so much more consistent there. I really recommend just taking it. It is fine, okay? And then you end it on 6H. So that's the combo mid-screen. You can do other combos, of course, as well, like maybe something like this into like running and breaking the wall if you're like struggling with it, or close slash JSJH into something like this, one of like these BNBs. Oh, and I think you do like I think at the end there you need to do thrust to stick. Yeah, thrust and then 6H. As you can see, you lose a bit of damage. If you're more comfortable with these kind of combos, that is okay. If you're further from the wall, like from like here or so, okay, where like the 6H into Scarecrow doesn't really connect to the wall, as you can see, it's a bit out of range. Okay, you will end up doing forward RC. Okay, you have to make sure that you're not like running past them. Right, so it is pretty annoying, but you can still get the like wall break with this. I wonder if this works there. No, the 5k 5k JH doesn't work. I think this doesn't work too. I'm zoning a bit right now. It's extremely hot. This should still work. Yeah, this still does work. Okay, so very mid screen. If you're doing this, you can do the 5k 6H route, and you can do a 2k 6B mix to break, or you could do close slash 2S if you're confident about the height, even though in heavies it would be a bit more difficult. So in lights, this is easier to get. On heavies, a bit more difficult. As you can see, damage is still fine, so you can do it. But that's kind of like the combo in like mid screen. When you're closer to the wall, this is going to be annoying to a lot of you, I guess. But this combo is not the same. You don't do it the same. Use it with Peak Crow, okay? Make sure you use it with Peak Crow. Now, as you can see, the wall breaks a bit earlier because you're closer to it, and there's like more damage being done there. So you can do something like close slash charge dust, like bounce the opponent. Now this would work on normal weights and on light weights, but on heavy weights you're just gonna do something like this, or something like this. Okay, it's just more consistent to do them, so I really recommend that. You can also just immediately go into combos like this, right? They're not bad, but you do lose a bit of damage for doing them. Okay, I really like the 6H Scarecrow options. Okay, this is another consistent combo. So you just do close slash 2S 5H. As you can see, high damage, definitely good. It just is what it is. Now, the other options you have is just RCing backwards into a Scarecrow. This does work perfectly fine. And you do one of like our normal BNBs, like close slash JHJH or close slash JSJH. Like this. Again, damage will be fine. So all these routes are okay. I want to show the JH actually works there. I think the JSJH there is always better to do, just because it's like much more consistent. So, yep, these are like combos you do near the wall, okay? Either up RC or back RC. Okay, and then like either 6H or go for like something like this is also okay. Well, if you're back to the wall, my favorite, back RC into with the combo because you're recording. Close slash JHH, close slash JD. Make sure you don't run too forward like I just did. That's gonna ruin your combo. I didn't do that on purpose. I just do it when I'm recording. Yeah, close slash JD into 6H. As you can see, high damage, consistent on all weight classes. Very, very nice. You can also do, of course, something like JSJH into close slash 6H, Scarecrow S, also fine damage. All of them are okay. If you're uncomfortable with the Scarecrow side change, you can just run up and do like a normal, like // SJH, / 6H, thrust. Normal combo ends with a 6H there, which I, for some reason, whiffed. Here, I'm mashing, the way it whiffs, right? 183, still very solid damage. These are like two options if you're back to the wall. If you're like here, I would recommend generally doing this kind of combo. It's pretty rare that you're doing like 5 dust here, but I mean, if it happens, it happens. So you can do something like this, into thrust. So I'm doing like an upper C, close slash JH, air dash JH, close slash 6H thrust, mash that 6H so it doesn't whiff. High damage, very, very nice, okay? So these are all sorts of combos you can do. They're all great, they're all very, very nice. I'm not including item combos. These can get a bit too crazy sometimes. So we'll save these for maybe a different day or for a combo compilation, okay? And yeah, have fun with 5D, open up your opponents, and smack them. And I guess like I'll include like a charge dust combo for everyone, just in case you want to use charge dust. Personally, I never use it, so I always forget about it, but here it goes. I do a JD, JH, JH, JD, JH into a JK, JK. That's the combo I'm doing. I'll do it again because I fucked it up right now. But again, I do JD, JH, JH, JD, JH, JK, JK. And you jump cancel the second JH, or I'll just show it, okay? So JD, JH, jump cancel JH into JD, JH. Dude, the air combos just don't make sense. Basically, you can see when I'm jumping in the command history, but it's JD, JH, jump cancel JH, JD, JH, jump cancel JK, JK. That's the combo. See, like that's where I jump there, like that. Jump cancel, jump cancel. That's how it goes. Air combos are weird. Honestly, I don't really understand them. I never bothered to understand them too much. I don't like them. Or like the charge dust air combos. But is what is, you know? Nothing you can do about it. There are better combos. It's not like the most optimal one technically, but it's the most consistent one I find. So that's the one I'll ever use if I ever charge dust someone for the memes. With that said, I think we can call this one a wrap, okay? I'll do my best to keep these videos coming. I heard the request for the Faust air normals. I understand the J2K is the button that we all want to use the best, so that is fair. I'll make sure I cover it, and thanks everybody for your support. It was really nice to hear all the nice things, and it really made me want to keep making these videos. So, yeah, thank you, I guess. And I'll see you around here, or somewhere else, I guess, or not. Or okay. I think it's time to end the video. Bye-bye.